Hey, my name is Jazz Mitchell, the swellest lesbian teen girl in Australia, and today I am going to Doutor Coffee. As the name implies, Doutor is a gourmet coffee chain in Japan which was first established in the early 80s and gained wider recognition during the mid-90s, and is yet another swell establishment that Fillet of Soul One visits on a regular basis. Moreover, Doutor is also responsible for getting Fillet of Soul One into smooth jazz and other easy-listening instrumental music. And now, without any more fourth wall shattering and personal musical preference spouting, let's get this video underway for Jehovah's sake. Anyways, when I get to Doutor Coffee, there will be a massive line consisting of the usual Doutor clientele consisting of hot no-nonsense Japanese business ladies in their sexy leg-exposing business suits, sexy high school teenagers in their skimpy sailor uniforms, big black baby mama niggers on their cell phones hollering like wild baboons about how their baby daddies never pay child support. It's Shinjuku after all. Otaku straight from Akihabara, cosplayers from Harajuku, some of the Tendo brothel clientele here to get themselves hyped up for the pedal-pumping sexy time they're about to have, and employed Japs here to buy some coffee to drink with their cigarettes that they purchased at the nearby Lawson station. More business ladies, more high school girls, more of those big black Shinjuku baby mamas and their little Shinjuku nigglets, more otakus, even more business ladies, more of the Tendo brothel clientele, and Japanese milks as far as the eye can't see. After waiting for what seems like an eternity, like waiting for someone to make a live-action trilogy of Akira to rival that of Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy, but in reality is only a fraction of a nanosecond, I start to have my swell way with everyone in this line like assuming they're all female. Any males in the aforementioned line who are drunk enough not to leave shall be beaten to death with my double dildo. Fillet of Soul One apologizes for not uploading anything for a while. He's just been preoccupied. Oh sweet double dildos, there goes the fourth wall again. Happy ending time. Just a reminder to you lovely ladies that I'm a podophiliac. Now to take a shower in this instant tuna bath like bag. That was swell. After I have subdued the long line of people, I will head into Doutor Coffee, and when I get inside, there will be an man at the front desk and he will say, "Konnichiwa, my good lady, welcome to Doutor Coffee, can I take?" And before he can finish his sentence I say, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck? Why is there an man at the front desk rather than a sexy female worker? Don't you know that you're breaking the fourth wall with your very presence in a Betty Bunch goes to video? The male worker will comply with sorry, me no speaky English. This male cunt will only make me even more furious with his poor attempt at stupidity, and I will then unleash all my rage at this smart-ass drongo and say, "Listen here, you pathetic waste of a sexual organ. How fucking dare you show your very presence at the front desk? desk that was reserved for a lovely lady worker, and to add insult to injury you resort to stereotyping yourself by pretending not to know the English language, when it's fucking obvious that people of every race and nationality in the Speakonia community knows the fucking language. And so, for your pitiful attempt at insulting my intelligence, I am hereby giving you two choices. You can either get the fuck back into your office and present me with a female worker to talk to so that I can make my impossible but swell request. If you have not done so in the next 69 seconds, then you will feel the unholy wrath of which only a few men have seen, and I can assure you none of which have come out of it alive, of the undisputed swellest cabbage-munching teenager in all of Australia, Jazz Mitchell. The worker will become horrified and scarred and say, "Please forgive me, Miss Mitchell. I did not mean to dishonor you or any of your lesbian swellness. It's just that one of my co-workers, who is a Betty Bunch fan, made a bet with me of whether or not I could get away with it." I will interrupt him by shouting, "Never mind the fucking backstory, just fucking do it already." And the man will then rush back into the kitchen and bring out one of the female workers, and I will say, "That's better." And then she will say, "Konnichiwa, my good lady. Welcome to Doutor Coffee. Can I take your order?" And I will say, "Why yes you can, my sexy little Sheila. I would like a vaginal blood coffee mixed with pussy juice for cream. And for my meal I would like a pedal sandwich made with thinly sliced foot flesh. The flesh from the foot has to be from a female. If it is male foot flesh I will bork. And I want there to be pubic hairs doused in salad dressing to give it the authentic taste of, well, cabbage. Cheese made from pussy juice and female toe jam. And finally vaginal cream in favor of mayonnaise." The female worker will say, "No problem, Mitchell son, your order should be ready in," and I will get upset again and say, "What the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck? No, that is not how it's supposed to happen." Typically, when my idol Betty DeVille makes such an impossible but swell request, the lovely lady on the other end would try to retaliate in vain or at least use ignorance, and it usually ends with the ever so famous magic word that is uttered in any goes-to video, and then Betty would retaliate by showing the ignorant cunt in question the true definition of the aforementioned magic word that has yet to be uttered in this goes-to video. The female employee will continue the argument by saying, "It is quite alright, Mitchell son, I have every intention in filling out your swell request," and I will just become furious again and say, "Did you seriously not see me earlier chewing out that male employee about breaking the fourth wall with his unestablished presence? Well, by easily complying with my disgusting demands, that's exactly what you're doing, breaking the fourth wall. Now we are going to fucking try this again, and you had better put up a fucking challenge this time, but piss me the fuck off with easy compliance again, and I'll suck you up into my vaginal region and crush your unestablished body with my tight virgin uterus. Kind of like how that sexy Kaori from Akira was crushed to death by that man Tatsuoshima's mutated body. No, that scene was not swell. You know what, I'm already pissed off beyond recognition knowing that I had to use my demonic threat on two people in a row now in this video, and so I'm just going to give you a demonic speed rape to relieve my frustration like how the fuck can I call myself a proper cabbage muncher of the Betty Bunch when cunts like yourself bend over easily like a job-stealing Mexican to say that easy compliance bullshit for if and when a Speakonia character makes a tries to act civilized video. I am so super fucking pissed right now. I think I may be overreacting a bit. Now for the sweet release like yes, I feel much better. And after I have showered the female employee with my build-up love liquid and vaginal blood, she will crawl back into the kitchen to make my swell order. And as I wait for said order, I will start to walk around to the table area of this swell establishment, and I will hear a smooth jazz melody playing over the intercom, and the soothing romantic sound will get me in such a horny mood. So I start looking around for some potential pussy to have my swell way with. And I will stop to see a sexy businesswoman revealing her hot slender legs, and such an image will make yet another proverbial crack in the fourth wall, and I will notice that she will be taking one of her shoes off to relieve the tension from her tired foot. Another layer of the fourth wall will take yet another critical hit, and so I walk up to this stressed out business lady and ask her if she would like a foot massage. The business lady will be somewhat confused of why a teenage Australian gin like myself would come out of nowhere to give her such an unusual offer, but regardless she does take me up on my swell offer, and so I pull up a chair as she removes her footwear and places her sexy, smooth looking bare feet right on my lap, and I start to wrap my fingers around such pedal perfection. the romantic Jazzy tune playing over the intercom, in addition with the business lady's pleasurable moans, sets the perfect mood, as the embrace of her smooth souls nestled between my fingers and the faint smell of foot sweat makes my giant ooze with love nectar which starts to leak right through my pants. I will then take some of the vaginal leakage from my panties to lube out this business lady's sexy steppers, and the business lady will look up and notice what I am doing, as I slap on more of my creamy love syrup from the confines of my pants onto her sexy smooth pancakes, and she will pull her feet away from me and shout, "You keep your disgusting hands off of me, you sick baka." And as she tries desperately to put one of her shoes back on, while hopping on one foot, I will proceed to grab her by the legs and say, "Since you sort of said the magic word, you're about to find out just how much of a sick baka I really am, as I show you the true definition, like jamming my own sexy steppers down your slender snatch, as I lick the bottoms of your feet, jamming your toes into my vaginal passage. The toes are like miniature dildos attached to your feet. Give me a clit slide, sexy. Now I shall suck the tasty tuna juice off your tender toes like it's like a school of fish swimming through a sea of foot sweat. Back to the rape. I'm gonna come she bag. That was swell. After I have flushed that homophobic/footophobic cunt out the door using my vaginal flash flood as a method of transportation, just then the waitress will come in with my swell order, and to my surprise, the waitress is no other than Erica Anderson from the swell PlayStation game Catherine. The fourth wall will become virtually non-existent at the sight of this glimmering sex goddess, and I will say, "Oh my fucking sweet Jehovah, I can't believe it's you, Erica Anderson. You have always been my favorite character in Catherine. I masturbate to your drop-dead sexy presence every time I play that swell game, ha." She will say, "That is very swell to hear, Miss Mitchell. Say, how's about you and I share this order together? What do you say?" I will begin to squeal with glee at such a swell request, as the fourth wall takes yet another massive hit, and so me and Erica sit down at a table, and as I am getting ready to raise my coffee cup to my lips, she says, "By the way, I've been on my feet all day and they could use some attention. Would you mind?" As I feel both of her sneaker-cladded steppers plop right to my lap, and after my first gulp I start to yank those aforementioned sneakers off, and instantly the scent of foot sweat and tub jam hits my nose like the sweet bouquet from a freshly popped open bottle of champagne. Without hesitation I start to fondle my fingers and thumbs all over Erica's warm sweat moistened soles, and once again my panties overflow with the bounty of the sea, and I take a generous handful of my love lotion and slather it all over Erica's already clammy meat cushions, and Erica just sits there and smiles at me, as if she was expecting me to do so. The two of us will stare lovingly in each other's eyes, as we drink out of the cup of coffee that I ordered with 2 straw dildos, and after I'm done massaging Erica's feet I lift her legs up and smother my foot-hungry face with her pussy-drenched steppers and treat myself to a late pancake breakfast, as I inhale the sweet aroma and give myself goosebumps with the sweet embrace of her smooth soles. After that, we both take my Doutor foot flesh cabbage sandwich and start to eat it all the way down to the middle. Once we both reach our destination, me and Erica start to make out passionately and tongue kiss each other, exchanging both our saliva and leftover bits of the sandwich. Just then the manager will storm out of his office and shout at the top of his lungs in a stereotypical Asian fashion, "What the fuck is going on here?" And I will say, "Hold on just a flying double dildo/tub jam second. Why is the manager of this video a fucking erg, man?" The stereotype of a manager will then say, "Damn it, Erica, I saw what you were doing with this sick fuck of a customer. In fact, I was watching the depraved acts she was committing before you even came in contact with her. That's it, you're fired." And I will say, "Hold on, you mean that you and her man was watching all the swell stuff I was doing whilst you were locked up in your office? And is that a bulge sticking through your fucking pants, you pervert?" The manager will then get a nervous look on his face and say, "Sorry, me no speaky English." I will then look over to Erica and say, "Alright Erica baby, why don't you help me in taking out this man for ogling over us in secret during our swell sexy time, before we were so rudely interrupted? Consider it your Betty Bunch indoctrination. What do you say?" Erica smiles and says, "Let's do this," as we whip out our double dildos and start toward the mailman of a manager, and he will say, "Please, don't do this," and I will say, "Sorry you man, but you already called me the magic word, so your fate is pretty much sealed at this point." And then me and Erica begin to show this manager some proper Betty Bunch justice, like after me and Erica have such successfully beaten that waste of a manager to a bloody pulp, we decide to pick up where we left off and once again start to make out passionately until we lay down into the smoldering pile of mangled flesh that was once that herb man manager, and I commence the second step of Erica's indoctrination into the Betty Bunch as we fuck and fuck and fuck. If only all trips to the coffee shop were like this, rubbing our feet in each other's faces as we scissor each other is a swell thing to using Doutor's coffee as both vaginal and pedal loop, using the dead manager's bones as well as the shattered remains of the fourth wall as dildos. I wish my BFF not a nit or my Laudel done pedal pel sissy Belmas was here. Happy ending time. Time to turn Doutor coffee into diaper coffee.
Wow, it's every housewife's dream.
Bag, that was swell. Fair dinkum, this all sounds so cabbage munching, tuner tugging, scissor holding, clit sliding, soul scrubbing, put the pedal to my giant hole. What the fuck? What the fuck? This an established easily complying waitress again? Alright, that's it. Into demonic speed rape finisher mode then. People like you focus on time-honored traditions that give us become a bad name. The second year was the bloody call of the carcass into my vagina like crushing. It was like an eggshell with my vegetable walls like and now to blast more bloody remains from the confines of my voice like a cannonball. Bag, good riddance to easily complying rubbish. Now then, where was I? Oh yeah, this video will most likely be flagged by butthurt coffee drinkers. Turn you leso and give you a taste for smooth jazz music in half a fraction of a nanosecond. Mega muff slash stomp stomp swell. I think I'll go to Doutor coffee and do all of this right now. Later all you swell clit chomping foot tapping dykes.